All right, hello. I am Instructor Jefferson,
And I am Instructor Brown.
and we're your instructors for the Civilian Safety Awareness Program brought to you by Security Equipment Corporation. The Civilian Safety Awareness Program is taught with our company here at Regent Security, and we're bringing the program to you. I know you're used to seeing us going to different locations and doing videos talking about what about safety and things that we are teaching in the Civilian Safety Awareness Program, or the CSAP, and just different things that we would like to kind of project out there to let you know what can you expect in the program. And we get questions. We get questions all the time with people asking, hey, what about this, or what do you think about this, or I feel this about that. And we just thought we were going to take a break from that, even though we're going to go back to those videos, but we're going to take a break from that, and we're actually going to have discussions to kind of tell you guys what we think about some of these questions that we're getting. So we're streaming to you from our YouTube media page. That's Regent Security at YouTube. You can see our other videos, and then you can just send us a message and ask us questions, or you can visit us or like our page, like this page, or go to our Facebook page at Facebook.com/Regence REGENCE Security.com, where we stream about the Civilian Safety Awareness Program to that page. So let's get started. Our first question, and we get this question a lot, people always ask us about this. They say, hey, I can just buy a defense spray anywhere. I can go and I can find any store, any department store, and just go buy a defense spray. Even though we don't talk about the defense or defense sprays, we talk about OC pepper spray that the Saber company, like Saber Red, produces. I wouldn't want to talk about anything else. I don't know, what about you? I wouldn't want to talk about anything else. And we're going to have another video where we're actually going to talk about what are you getting inside the OC pepper spray kit with the Civilian Safety Awareness Programs, because not all defense sprays, I like to call them, because a lot of them don't have pepper in them at all, or oleum resins capsaicin, or oleum resins capsicum. They don't have any of it at all. But we're not going to speak too much about name brands and things of that nature. We're just going to talk about what we know from the Saber Red that's in the kits that we have here with the Civilian Safety Awareness Program. So our first question is this: taking the CSAP, or the Civilian Safety Awareness Program, versus just going buying OC pepper spray. So I'll just give you what I think, and Instructor Brown, he'll tell you what he thinks about it. Not all OC pepper sprays are created equally. So if you're just going to buy OC pepper spray, I understand there's some hard times that the economy's down, people are trying to save as much money as they possibly can, but when you want to think about protecting yourself, going to buy OC pepper spray is a proactive step to protect yourself. But if you don't know how to use it, it leads to, it can be a little harmful for you if you're getting into a situation and you don't know how to use it. And I know a lot of people come to our class, they say all the time, well, it's easy, just put your finger on the top and spray it. And that's just not the case. You're not going to actively use it that way, and it's not going to be readily available to you to use if you have that mindset. So this is not something that's an overall thing just to make money for the class. And granted, we're giving a service and we charge for that, and we charge the best price that we possibly can. However, this is an actual nationally certified course. So when you think about the people who teach it, myself and Instructor Brown had to be certified as end users. We had to be certified, the same certification that we certify others. Then the Saber company certified us to be instructors. We have a certification number. This program is a national program. So if you go to SaberRed.com, you can go ahead and look and see what instructors are in any state. This program goes all over the country. So this is a national program. It has been developed by law enforcement personnel. And just to go a little bit further than that, law enforcement personnel are trained to teach other law enforcement personnel by the Saber company. So if they're taking this training to certify their people to teach police officers, and everything is about liability and legality with things that they do, this is from the same people. So I say this because there's a thin line between, sometimes when someone accuses you, there's a thin line between assault and defense. You would think it's a bold line. Somebody's trying to attack me. Someone is, as we taught you in the program, to recognize a dangerous threat, and then somebody comes out with that threat, and you give them that warning, you get that OC pepper spray out there, and you use it. And let's just say, for instance, the person turned their mind and say, hey, well, I was going to ask her what time it was, so she assaulted me. And let's just say you had to go into court. Now, granted, you got to go to your law enforcement to find out, area to find out what's your laws, what your state's attorney in your area, what the laws are. But the law in our state, there's no law that says you have to take a certification course to carry OC pepper spray. So with the absence of that law, if you think that you're covered just because there's no law that says you should take it, I beg to differ. So if you're going to, OC pepper spray is a weapon. It is a weapon. Federally and locally, it is defined as a weapon. It is a defense weapon. So if you're accused of using it incorrectly, and even though your state doesn't have a law that says, look, you gotta, make sure that you take a class, and if there's no law about that, if you think that you can just go into court and say, well, there's no law, so I just bought it and I used it, I thought it was a problem, I used it. So if you don't have anything that's like a national certification course like this, and to my knowledge, we're the only ones that are doing it for OC pepper spray. So grant, this is not something that's in somebody's back of their yard that they thought up and said, I'm going to teach you. There's a lot of videos on YouTube and on media, social media, that is giving you directions step by step to use OC pepper spray. But for you to stand, say, in a court of law, and then to tell someone, well, I got it off of YouTube, that's how I learned how to use it, that's not going to hold up. You want something that you can hold up, that you have a physical certification that can be tracked to an instructor. And as long as you did everything that was in the confines of that training, I'm not telling you that, oh, you're just clear and you're open and everything else. That has to do to a lawyer to give you that advice. But you're taking a proactive step to make sure that you are certified, a certification training program that taught you how to use it. So, I mean, that's what I think from for the legal portion of it. But you got to think about physical, I got to know what I'm using. I mean, what do you think about this, Instructor Brown?
Same here. I think before you go out and buy a car, you need to learn how to drive and learn what the car can do. So before you go out and buy a defense spray, you should know how to use it, when you should use it, and the effects on what can happen to the person who you use it on. Because that's a big step right there. You should know what you're going to use.
I mean, absolutely. So, I mean, if you're going to take a proactive step to get something that is known as a weapon, you might want to go take a course to actually know how to take it. And I'd rather take a course that is, again, that's a national program, that's nationally certified, that I'll tell you, more times than less, you go to a law enforcement agency in your community or in your state, that more of them than less, inside their pouches for their OC pepper spray, it's going to say Sabre Red. Most likely. I mean, not just within the country, in the throughout the world. So I mean, this goes even outside of America. So the Sabre company is very well known. It has awesome products. It's the same potency every time it comes out, and we're going to talk about that in another video. But that's our take to you on taking the CSAP course, the Civilian Safety Awareness Program, versus just going to buy an OC pepper spray. So if you're going to do that, I would say don't take our word for it. Go look for yourself. Go on the internet. Go look this up on engine searches, and look what not just what people who talk will tell you, but law enforcement capacity. Go find your local sheriffs or constables or law enforcement in your area and question them. What kind of OC pepper spray do you use? What does our law in our state says that we have to? And if I'm allowed to go ahead and purchase it, which of the brands that you even use? And I tell you, more times or less, you'll see that they're carrying Sabre Red. So with that, we're going to go ahead and leave you with that. We're going to have plenty more videos that's telling you about the different things that you have questions with. Like this video, go to our Facebook page, Regis Security, and send us your questions, and we'll answer them right here on our YouTube page. But finally, let me just say this, that usually our videos don't have comments allowed. And this is something that's called trolling. Trolling